What if I told you that just 3 minutes a day, no pills, no gym, no complicated equipment could restore strength to your body, clarity to your mind, and purpose to your life? It sounds simple, almost too simple. But for nearly a century, millions of Japanese people have been doing exactly that. Through a practice called Radio Taiso, it's more than a workout. It's a ritual, a quiet moment each morning that says, I'm still here, I'm still strong, and I choose to keep moving. On the beginning, your body isn't old, it's just waiting for your call. After 60, most of us come to accept stiffness as a natural part of aging. We blame time, genes, or old injuries, and little by little, we stop moving. We bend less. We avoid stairs. We hesitate to reach for things or pick something off the floor. But the truth is, stiffness isn't age, it's silence. Your body hasn't forgotten how to move. It's simply waiting for you to speak to it again. Radio Taiso is that language. Its slow circular movements are not random. They are designed to wake up your joints, to lubricate them, to remind your muscles how to cooperate again. It's like oiling the hinges of a door that hasn't been opened for years, the first creak. You hear as your body whispering, thank you. A 68-year-old man once told me, after 2 weeks of doing this every morning, I bent down to tie my shoes without even thinking about it. My body just did it. That hadn't happened in years. That isn't magic. That's memory, the body remembering movement. Your body always remembers. You just have to reintroduce it. And maybe when the sun rises tomorrow morning, that could be your new beginning. 2, the gentle heartbeat cardio that heals, not hurts. When people hear the word cardio, they often imagine sweat, pounding hearts, exhaustion, and dread. But after 60, your body doesn't need punishment. It needs gentle activation. That's what Radio Taiso offers, a form of microcardio. A short rhythmic flow that wakes up your circulation, raises your heart rate just enough, and reminds your body, we're still alive, we're still moving. It's not about pushing harder, it's about reconnecting with your natural rhythm. You don't need soreness to prove you've worked hard. You need energy that heals, not drains. Even a few minutes of intentional movement can lower blood pressure, improve vascular flexibility, and boost oxygen flow to the brain, lifting mood and sharpening focus. One woman in her 70s told me, it was the first time in years I felt my heart beat for something good. Not from rushing or climbing stairs, but from joy. That's the magic of microcardio. Not adrenaline, not exhaustion, just the quiet rhythm of healing. 3, movement as meditation, finding peace through motion. Everyone has heard the advice, you should meditate. But let's be honest, for many older adults, sitting still in silence can feel impossible. The mind races, the body aches. Peace feels out of reach. That's why moving meditation is such a gift. And Radio Taiso delivers it beautifully. When you lift your arms, roll your shoulders, and breathe in rhythm, your body and mind begin to synchronize. The scattered thoughts fade. The noise of worry quiets down. For those 3 minutes, you are not thinking about medication schedules, errands, or tomorrow's plans. You are simply here breathing, feeling, existing. Science confirms what the heart already knows. Light, rhythmic movement can reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, improve sleep, and restore emotional balance. You don't need absolute silence to find peace. Sometimes peace lives inside the grace of movement, in the rising of your arms, the sway of your spine, the soft pulse of your breath. Each gesture becomes a moving prayer to your body, your story, your life. 4, reconnecting brain and body, restoring the circuits time forgot. I'm getting forgetful. I'm clumsy lately. My mind doesn't feel as sharp. We say these things often, thinking they're signs of decline. But much of that isn't loss, it's disconnection. Your brain and body are in constant conversation. Every movement you make, reaching, twisting, balancing, is a dialogue of signals and adjustments. But when movement slows down, that conversation fades to silence. Radio Taiso is like turning that line back on. Every deliberate motion, lifting your arms, turning your torso, shifting your weight, wakes up neural pathways. It forces your brain to pay attention, to re-coordinate, to resync. One older gentleman said, "When you ain't sure during, I used to trip over curbs all the time. Now I notice them. My feet and my brain are talking again." That's not a miracle. That's neuromotor reconnection, the rewiring of brain and body through movement. Just a few minutes a day can retrain your coordination, balance, and even cognitive clarity. Because sometimes the best way to strengthen your mind is to start with your feet. 5, reclaiming identity, taking back control in aging. Aging can quietly steal pieces of who we are. We stop doing what we love. We depend more on others. We feel invisible in a world that moves too fast. And slowly we forget who we once were. But you haven't disappeared. Every time you choose to move, to stretch, to breathe, to show up, you are declaring, I am still here. Radio Taiso is more than fitness. It's agency, the act of reclaiming ownership of your own life. Each small movement becomes a quiet rebellion against decline, a declaration of dignity. You are not your age. You are not your diagnosis. You are not what you've lost. You are what you still choose to do. When you lift your arms, roll your shoulders, or rise gently onto your toes, you're not just exercising, you're telling the world softly but powerfully, I'm still me. 6. A wellness expert's advice: begin where you are. If you're starting or restarting your movement journey after 60, be kind to yourself. Start where you are, not where you think you should be. You don't need to master the full routine on the first day. You don't even have to stand. You can practice from a chair and still receive amazing benefits. What matters most is consistency, not intensity. Begin with 3 minutes each morning. Same time, same quiet corner, maybe the same music. Let it become a gentle ritual that tells your mind and body, this is my time. If you have chronic conditions, arthritis, heart issues, limited mobility, check with your doctor. But remember, gentle movement is almost always better than no movement. And if you miss a day, don't punish yourself. Just return tomorrow. Graceful aging isn't about perfection. It's about showing up with compassion for yourself. One small step at a time. 7. Your 3-minute moment. Now find a quiet place. You don't need equipment. You don't need a partner. Just your body, your breath, and an open heart. As you lift your hands, roll your shoulders and let your spine sway. Feel the warmth spreading through your muscles. Feel your lungs expand. Feel your heart beat with quiet strength. You deserve these 3 minutes. If no one has told you this today, let me be the one. You are still strong. You are still becoming. By choosing to move today, you have honored your body, your story, and your future. This routine lasts only 3 minutes, but its message echoes for hours. I'm still here. I still care. I still matter. 8. The closing: aging is not fading, it's refining. Aging isn't about losing, it's about distilling. It's stripping away the noise to reveal what truly matters. No more rushing. No more competition. Just awareness, the gentle rhythm of being alive. Each morning you stand, stretch, breathe, and move. You're not just exercising. You're rewriting your story. You're not fading, you're becoming more deliberate, more aware, more you. And every time you return to Radio Taiso, you're whispering to yourself, we're not done yet. We're still evolving. If this message touched you even a little, leave a comment with your first name, age, and where you're watching from. Or simply write, I did it today. Because somewhere out there, someone like you is watching too. And your words might be the spark they need to begin. Thank you for being here. Thank you for moving. And above all, thank you for choosing to show up for yourself. 3 minutes. That's all it takes. But in those 3 minutes, you reclaim something priceless. Your body, your mind, and the quiet truth that you still matter.